Hi, today we're going to discuss, is it all destined in life or do we have free will? And can astrology predict your future? So the answer to that is yes for all three of them. First, we must discuss how astrology predicts your future. So think of iron. Now, if anybody is working on iron in front of you and you have the knowledge that how iron is transformed into an alloy like steel or hard alloys that iron can transform into, and you see a person who doesn't know that and he's working on iron in the same process, and you can just easily predict that, you know what, you're going to turn this iron into a much more harder metal, and you can call it alloy. So the same process works in astrology. According to your birth chart and the planetary placements, a good astrologer can predict your future based on the destiny of your life. So now we must understand that, is it all destined or do we have free will? So to understand that, we must discuss the karma theory, because it is really based on the karma theory. Now, karma theory says that the past life actions or the actions taken in the past will predict your future. And that is what it says in astrology, that your birth chart is based on the past lives actions that you have done, and the fruits of those actions you have to experience in this life, whether it is good or bad. So take an example of any criminal who does not obey the laws of humans as we have made, and he does some action which is against the law, and most criminals go in hiding and hide from the law, and say he's hiding from the law and does not do any further action and is sitting idle. So it doesn't mean that the repercussions of his actions won't catch up to him. The law and the reactions of his actions are going to catch up to him probably sooner or later. The same process works in astrology and in our lives. This is the process, a whole process which works like this. So according to what you did in your past life, you are going to experience the results of that sooner or later. Could be this life, could be the next life. So now we must discuss, is there any free will? And the answer is yes, there is free will. So take an example, saying the most common thing I find in life is that people, whenever they are in need, they take money from their trusted person, and it's an unsecured loan, and sometimes they don't return it. So what they can expect in life is that that particular friend is probably not going to be their friend. Maybe turns into an enemy, or at least even if he remains or she remains a friend, would not lend him or her money in the time of need again. And if nothing of this sort happens, and you feel no repercussions of what you've done, and you're walking free with the loan money that you took, maybe in the next life when you showed your chart to astrologer and your some kind of planetary placements are going to show that you would experience say betrayal from your friend, or in the time of need your friends are not going to help you, and so this would be your destiny, because what you did earlier was probably free will when you didn't return the loan, and now it has to fructify and has to give you your destiny. So the next life would be, or when it's going to give you the results, that is your destiny. But when you were doing that action, that was your free will. And to really figure out if you're doing free will or is it your destiny doing the thing, it's really hard. Only a few enlightened spirits can do that. But yeah, so generally, if you think about it, you pretty much know what you do, if the results are going to be good or bad. So we should just do good deeds. That is why karma says, it's going to come back and bite you. So do good deeds, and today or tomorrow, the good results would come back to you. This is why in astrology, most of the remedies that are suggested, the long-lasting stable remedies, they are just life-changing or process-changing, so that we can see the process that you're on. So you're an iron, not making steel, you're not going towards making an alloy, and you want to make a hard metal. So what we're going to suggest to you is probably make that hard metal. In layman terms, Mostly people just tell you, astrologers tell you, don't drink, don't gamble, don't do any sort of wrong deeds with somebody, do be charitable, help others. All those things are just going to set your path right. So if you're on a wrong path and the fruits of those you really don't enjoy, or you were on a wrong path in your last life and now you are taking some part of that as your destiny, so at least what you can do is the free will that you have, you can make your destiny coming towards you a better one. And that is why I find astrology really helpful, because A, it can predict your future, and B, it can also help you change your path and make your future better. Thank you.